Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at Hasbro's next Jurassic Park Transformers crossover, Dilophocon and Autobot JP12. I absolutely love this crossover stuff. For those of you who have been longtime fans of the channel, you know I am heavily into Transformers just as much as I am into my Dinosaur collection. To get something like this, it's just a dream come true to me. I absolutely love fun crossover stuff like this. Now this set retails for around $80. It's a little bit pricey if these were standard releases in the line. It'll probably cost around 50 bucks, but gonna pay those licensing fees somehow. After Hasbro's miserable attempt at the Jurassic World figures, I'm glad they're getting a second attempt to show what they can do with their Transformers with these Jurassic Park crossovers. And I ended up ordering a set from Amazon. I'll leave the link down below in the description. If this is anything like the first crossover set, it'll probably go on clearance in a couple months. So if you want to spend that 80 bucks, I just suggest you wait it out. Now let's just go over the package really quick before we crack these figures open. We got some beautiful art on the front of the package. We have a nice Dilophosaurus and the Jeep Wrangler Jurassic Park 30th anniversary logo up here. We got the E-Stock, lots of nice beautiful artwork on here. Top of the box, Jurassic Park Transformers crossover logo. And then spinning around, we have a nice picture of the Dilophosaurus. And on the other side, it's just a freaking tail. And in the back of the box, we have a picture of the Transformers in here, and they all look really great. I really, really like this set. I actually like it better than their first crossover set. So enough about the packaging. Let's crack these figures open and take a closer look. But before we do, inside the box, you do get this nice diorama display. So if you want to set your figures up like they were in Jurassic Park, you can just set them up nicely like that. And I think it's a really, really nice backdrop. And now let's first take a look at JP12, which is the Jeep Wrangler from Jurassic Park. Hasbro did an excellent job with the paint apps on here. It is a great looking vehicle. I love when Hasbro gets the license to do accurate looking vehicles. Very nice paint apps. We got the canopy on here. It's all decked out in nice tan paint. We got the headlights on the top. We have some nice transparent blue plastic for the windshields. We got the Jurassic Park logo on both sides of the door. You can see the Jeep logo right here. Number 12 painted on with that red stripe. Another red stripe right here. It's nice to Hasbro. Didn't forget the stripe, unlike some other company that did the Jeep. But yeah, this Jeep turned out absolutely fantastic. Here's a view from the front. We have a nice paint app for the license plate on the front with that number 12 on it. Here's the back. The license plate, we got the headlights painted in, we got the spare tire, all around. Just absolutely love this vehicle form. And yes, nice rolly tires on this thing. And we do get a few accessories for Autobot JP12. First, we get the Barbasol container with the Autobot symbol on it. That is really cool. We have transparent blue plastic right here. That is because the inside can pull out. You get the little cryo tube for the embryos, and there is weapon storage on this for it right here. You just want to peg it right here underneath the vehicle. And for the other accessory, we do get his gun, which is just molded in black plastic. Let's get the camera to focus in on that. I guess it does not like this too much, but yeah, nice little gun right here. And you do get weapon storage right on the front. There's a little peg in the front right here, and it actually looks like the winch, which is really cool. I love how that integrates right into the vehicle form. And the only other accessory you do get is the hat when you transform this into robot mode. You can transform with the hat on, but it is an absolute pain in the butt, so I just leave it off, and I don't want to nick the paint on here. But you can see a little bit of a Jurassic Park logo right on the front of the hat. Now for comparisons, here it is with the Latron, and here it is with the other crossover. Here it is with JP04. I forgot what it was called, but it looks really nice with the Ford Explorer. And here is New Age's attempt at the Jurassic Park Jeep. I will eventually be reviewing this figure. New Age is a third-party Transformer company. They're not official, for those of you not familiar with Transformers. And here it is with Rexy herself, Tyrannicon, whatever, I just forget. But yeah, here it is. That's just a repaint of the Beast Wars Kingdom Megatron mold. And lastly, For comparisons, here it is with Mattel's JP12 Jeep Wrangler with missing stripe and all. Now for transformation, you just want to pop the doors open on both sides. I apologize in advance. I really suck at transforming figures on camera. And then what you want to do is pop up the backpack right here and then flip down the arms underneath the vehicle. And then back here, you want to get the tire flipped onto the backpack. The clearance on this is really tight for some reason. You kind of gotta pull it up. You just want to be careful of that hinge right here. Flip the tire underneath until it clicks into place, and then spin it around. You want to split the legs, and then you want to open up these flaps right here on the side to clear the legs up. Flip the leg out, and then you want to flip down the foot, bring it all the way around, and then no, you don't need to rotate it. I'm getting the transformation instructions already confused. And the same thing right here. Just flip up this panel on the side. That'll allow you to bring the leg around. Close that panel back up and flip the leg all the way around. And we have the legs all done. Now for the torso, what you want to do is flip out these arms right here. And then the wheels, you just want to pop out like this on both sides. And then angle them up, and then flip up these side panels on both sides, and then swing down the front of the vehicle, and that will expose the head. Swing the arms up until they peg into place underneath the hood. Same thing for the other side. And then are we almost done? We are almost done. There we go. Everything is all set up, and let's just get this guy accessorized and posed, and we are ready to go. And here is Autobot JP12 in robot mode, and I really like the transformation. It's a very tight, high quality figure when you mess around with it. Yeah, some of the clearances are a little tight, but you know, all around, I really like how this guy turned out. You know, he has this big canopy backpack right here, but it's really not a big deal. Just love how all the accessories come together. You know, that winch turns into his gun. You have the Barbasol can right here. You can take the top off and make it into a different weapon. And look, he is sporting his hat. Now you can transform this figure with the hat on, but it pops off really easily. It's very frustrating to keep the hat in there while you're trying to transform him back into vehicle mode. So I just leave it off to the side. And thankfully, this figure does come with this crate. In the box of cardboard crate, you can keep the accessories in there if you don't want to lose anything. So let's just zoom in quick and take a look at all the details. Love the head sculpt on here. A little bit of a headset sculpted in on the head. Nice blue eyes. And let's put his little hat back on him. And there we go. The hat clips on kind of okay, but once you do that, like, it kind of blocks his eyes a little bit. We have all the nice details of the front of the Jeep. You know, I thought this would be like a, you know, a Hound remold. Oh boy, I am just not used to reviewing Transformer figures, so my apologies for everyone tuning in. You know, I thought this would be more of a retool of the upcoming, was it Buzzworthy Studio Series 86 Hound figure, but this looks like a completely original mold, and I love how it turned out. This really good looking figure. You know, articulation wise, the head can move side to side. Let's take this freaking hat off. It has a little bit of a ball joint, so you can look up and down just a little bit. Man, we are just losing accessories all over the place. Arms can move up. They are on a ball joint, so you get something side to side. Just about 90 degrees at the bend of the elbow. There is no waist articulation. Legs can kick out that far. You get a nice bend at the knee. You do get a pivot at the feet, and they can move up and down. So the articulation is pretty good on this figure. And now for comparisons, here it is with the other Jurassic Park Hasbro collab, and I like JP12 much better than this one right here. The transformation, this one's pretty simple, but just overall the quality on this figure I feel is far superior than this one. This one feels a little loose and hollow. There's a lot of gaps on this figure. He barely has any feet, but I still think a much better attempt was made at this one. And lastly, for comparisons, why not? Here it is with Masterpiece Hound. And now let's take a look at the Dilophoton. And I just want to say, huge missed opportunity by Hasbro by not calling this thing Spitor. But yeah, a really nice, Beast Wars style Dilophosaurus. I kind of wish the green plastic was cast a little bit darker green to make it look more like the movie version, but still all around a fun figure. And look at Hasbro keeping their roots with the screw holes on the side of the face. But yeah, all around a really decent looking figure. It has sparse paint apps, but it gets the job done. It does look like a JP Dilophosaurus, especially with that frill. You have some red and dark green on the frill mixing in with all that light green plastic. You have some paint apps on the head and crest, some on the thigh and along the back. Now for articulation on this guy, the model can move all open like that and close completely flush. There's actually a little knob right here you can see in the back of the head that can open and close the mouth. It's kind of a pointless feature because you can just do it with your finger. And then going down to the arms can move forwards and backwards, and they can they're not a little bit of a hinge, so they can swing out just a little bit. Legs can move forwards and backwards. You get a little bit of bend on the knee, and that plate will move up and down over the thigh. You get some articulation at the leg and a ball joint with a pivot right there, and the tail can move up and down. Now for comparisons, here it is with the JP crossover Rexy, and here it is with the Hammond Collection Dilophosaurus. And you do get one accessory. You do get this little blast effect. It looks like the Dilophosaurus is spitting, can peg it in on that lower jaw. That's a pretty cool effect. Now for transformation, it's pretty straightforward. You just want to flip up the frill like this. Make sure the mouth is closed completely flush. And then you can just pop down the head like that. And then for the arms, you just want to pop open the side panels right here. It allows you to unpeg the arms and allow you to rotate them out. The tail will flip up like that. Just rotate the legs down and then straighten them all out. Really not too much you need to do on those legs. And then for the head right here, this part will flip back all the way and allows you to pop up the Dilophotron's head right here, and that will swing forward. And you just want to bring the Dilophosaurus head up like that and collapse it into the chest, and then back here all this will collapse down on itself. Yes, these frills do pop out quite easily. Thank God that did not fly off the studio. And that is pretty much it for the transformation for the Dilophotron. You do actually one more thing you need to do. You need to pop up the tail right here, and it will swing up and peg into this little hole right here. I stink at transforming figures on camera. I apologize to everyone. It'll peg in right here, and that is it. And the Dilophoton is all transformed. And here is the Dilophoton in his robot mode, and I really like the robot mode on here. It's a very simple transformation, but it all comes together really nicely. You got the Dilophosaur head for the chest right here. You got the frill on the back and the arms hanging off the side. Just all around really, really cool looking figure. And then you got the tail all nice pegged up in the back like that. You got his dinosaur legs as his robot legs. But yeah, really, really cool looking figure. And obviously you use that spitter effect as some kind of crystal weapon to peg into his hand. And let's zoom in and take a look at his face. Love the head sculpt on there with those menacing yellow eyes. You got some robot details along the side right here and around the crotch area. But yeah, really, really cool looking figure. I like him a lot. Just really fun to mess around with. He has some decent articulation. You can move the head side to side. Very tight joints on these figures. Very much more higher quality feel than, like I said, in the previous set. Arms can move out and rotate. You get about 90 degrees bend at that arm joint. No wrist articulation. Legs can move forwards and backwards, and they have the same articulation as they are in dinosaur mode. You get that hinge and that ball joint for some ankle pivot. Now the tail actually does convert into a weapon. You just want to unpeg it and then just pop it off that joint right here. You can flip up what's left of the tail to the back right here. And let's put Dilophoton off to the side. You can see the weapon storage right here. And all you need to do is just flip it around and you get a weapon, and you can just plug it in to his hand right here. And you get this nice tail weapon, which is really, really cool. And I think you can peg this into the top right here. I am just all over the place with these figures. You do get a nice blast effect on the end of that weapon with the spitter effect. And now for comparisons, here he is with JP12. I think they look really, really cool next to each other. And why not? We still have it here. Here it is with the Hammer Collection Dilophosaurus again. And here it is with the Transformers Ford Explorer. And lastly, here it is with the massive Tyrannicon. So final thoughts on this set. It's a little bit pricey. You know, $80 is a lot for two, I guess, what are they, deluxe size figures. Maybe you could consider this one a Voyager because of the increased engineering. But yeah, you know, you're basically paying for Hasbro to use the Jurassic Park license. But like I said, I love crossover stuff like this, and you know, Transformers and dinosaurs. It's a perfect mix for me. You know, those are my two big things that I collect, so I'm very, very happy with these figures. Not happy with the price, but you know what? The quality of these figures, I think, are much better than the first Jurassic Park crossover set. JP12 is an absolute joy of a figure to mess around with. Just great paint apps, good engineering, just really fun to fiddle with. And I love how Dilophocon turned out. Just a nice, simple transformation. Just gives off that nice Beast Wars vibe in its robot mode. Just all around really, really fun figures to play around with. And I hope the partnership between Universal and Hasbro continues. I'd love to see more Jurassic Park crossovers. Just really, really wish the prices weren't so high. Like I said, the beginning review, I got mine off of Amazon. I'll leave the link down below in the description if you want to pick up one of these for yourself. Still have, gonna eventually review that New Age Hound figure. I just really, really stink at doing Transformers on camera. And a lot of people would say, oh, Greg, why don't you do Transformers on the channel? This is the reason why. I just give all the credit to all the YouTubers that does Transformers exclusively. It's just maddening to transform them on camera. I just don't have the finesse for that, and that's why I stick with the dinosaurs. So that will do it for the review. Be on the lookout for more Holland God and P&S reviews coming up on the channel really soon. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, show your support by hitting that subscription button just below the video. Each subscription helps out the channel tremendously. It's greatly appreciated. I'll see you guys for the next one.